Today we're going to look at how you can save a lot of time with your client coaching, and we'll just look at setting up a group system. So go into More, Client/Groups, come into Client Groups and click on New Client Group. Give it a name. So for me, just calling it Example Group for Challenge 1. And create. Once you've created your group, you can just click on the group below and it will bring you into the group dashboard, which, as you can see, is very like a client dashboard. Now, to add members to a group, you just need to click on Members and you can select from your list of clients anyone you want to add. So you just pop them in like that. If you wish to add someone when setting up a new client, you just go to Add Client and put in their details, and then down here you can simply add them to any group you like and then save. So that was just for a brand new client that you'd be adding to the system. We'll go back into our group dashboard. So when you're in the dashboard, first thing we're going to look at is adding emails. What you can do is set up scheduled emails, so that would be like setting up an autoresponder sequence that will go out to any clients that are added into the group. You can send one-off emails to the whole group, or you could set up repeated emails to the group. Now, what this does is it means if you want to do any coaching via email for your clients, all you need to do is put them into one group, and you could call it an email coaching group, or certainly you could add extra things to the group. Set up an autoresponder series. Now, if I go up to set up scheduled email, you can see here, once you put in the title, you can choose to send it on a specific date, or you can hit here and send it any number of days up to 99 after they join. You could also do it up to 99 months after they join. So you can send a complete sequence and set either the date that the email goes, or how long after each client joins the group do they get that message. So it can work really, really flexibly and very, very well. You can also set one up for on joining, so as soon as someone joins your group, they'll get an email straight away. It's very, very good for a welcome email to welcome your clients to a new online coaching setup. So we'll just shut that down. As I said, you could set up repeating emails. What that means is each week or each month the same email will go out. So you can set it up to go on, say, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at 1 o'clock. You select your times, send the message. So this is useful, for example, for training reminders, or just little bits where you say, you know, today is Monday, don't forget to drink X amount of water, or have a great day at work, or something along those lines. But it can be a repeating email that goes out at the same time each day or the same time each week. It's completely up to you how often you do it, and you can set a starting date and an ending date for when you want that to go out. So we'll go back into the group. So that's email coaching, to set up a number of clients at the same time. Probably you're better off using the autoresponder scheduled emails rather than the repeating ones. Repeating ones tend to work better when just setting them up for each individual. So we can come in and also add any program. So for example, if you wanted to do a specific cooldown that you got each one of your clients to do, then you could just build that in the program builder. So once you go add, it'll just take you into the program builder, and then save it in the group, and it would give you the option to then put that into the accounts of every member of the group. So Again, we go back. You can add an assessment. So this is quite a good idea. If you want to do a monthly assessment with each one of your clients, then I'm going to add this from template because generally I use the same template. So I'm going to put tape measurements because every month I like to do tape measurements with my clients. Add that to the group. It'll just take you to that assessment so that you can view everything that's in it. And there you can copy it to new members if you wish to. So that means when someone signs up to the group, it gets copied straight to their account. So I will click yes. Record sheet, I always like to hide them from the client, so I have control of the record sheet, not them. Close. Then obviously you give it a title and you choose who it's for. So obviously I'm having it for example group, and that will be who's automatically put on, but at this stage you can change who you put it in for. And then this is where it gets clever. You can put it live in your client's account X number of days after the client joins the group. So for example, start off with 1 day, so that would be their first assessment, and save it. Gives you various options. You can copy it to the accounts of all members who don't have it. You can update clients who already have it. You can update this assessment for clients that have it already and copy to accounts of members that don't. Don't copy or update anything for now. Now I like to copy this assessment to the accounts of all members who don't have it. And then click OK. Come back to the group. And now what I'd like to do is set up one for 30 days later. So add an assessment from template, select template, tape measurements, add. Give it a title. Again, we're giving it to example group. Put it live 30 days after they join. And copy to new members, save it. And again, copy this assessment to accounts for all members who don't have it. Click OK. And back to group. So what you'll find is that second assessment only becomes live in your client's accounts 30 days later. So when you've set it to come live, it will just automatically pop up in their account. Next, we'll come into coaching and attachments. So this, I think, is where the groups are really, really useful when you're doing one-to-one online coaching. You can pop a food diary. So add to account of current group members and add it. So that's done. Everyone in the group gets a food diary added to their account. And come down, and if you want to do some coaching via video, perhaps you wish to give each client a quick cooking lesson, you can attach a video. You can either copy it from your attachment library or you can take it from your computer and browse. What I'm going to do is copy from my attachment library, and then it brings up all the videos that I've made. Then you give it a title. Click to copy it to all existing group members' accounts and press OK. So that video would then go to the accounts of every single member who is in your group. And anyone who joins the group new would also get that video. Very, very useful when you want everyone to have a similar sort of coaching video, which for the nutrition side of things is quite common in personal training, particularly when you're doing, as I say, things like cooking lessons or lessons on why fat is good in the diet or something along those lines. You can put all your coaching into one place. Again, you can do the same thing with PDFs or just write in the text, entirely up to you. Also, groups are very, very useful for adding forms and questionnaires. Save yourself a bit of time there. almost everyone will have every client fill in a PAR-Q, so straight away add that into the accounts of current group members. Add. Again, you'd want to have an informed consent form for every single person that does your training. Add to current group members. Add. So again, when anyone joins your group or everyone that is currently in your group will get those forms ready to fill in, and that will happen automatically. With the group setup on PT Distinction, what we have done is made it so that if you put a PAR-Q on for one of your clients already, or you want to put clients into multiple groups, if there is something that is duplicate content, i.e. they already have a certain program, or they already have a certain form or a certain video to coach them, it won't go into their accounts twice. So it will only ever go in once. It will read what's already in their account and only put in what they haven't already got. Or you have the option to replace what they have already got with the new updated version. So basically the groups are there to save you a lot of time, really for things like we've gone through just now. So your various PAR-Q informed consent forms, any coaching that you want every member of your online personal training to have, and any emails that you want to go to them all, or any assessments that you might want them to all have. And you can set programs to go any number of days after they join, so it's got the same flexibility as with the assessments. You can create as many groups as you like, so you could have a group for every single one of your clients which has these basics in, and then so you could have separate groups for very specific niches. So if you decide to originally work through this course and work on it with one niche, and you decide there's another type of person you also want to work with, you can set up another group for that niche, or any other options that you like. You can have multiple groups, and as I say, the content will not duplicate in your client's account. If I set up a new client, you'll see how it works. So pop in a name, their name and email address. Select the group you want to put them in, so we are example group for challenge 1. Add the group to the box. Now you have copy and lock. Copy means that all of the group's content goes into the client's account. Lock is simply there so that the next new client you add will automatically have this group in the box. So it just saves a bit of time if you're adding lots and lots of clients at the same time. I'm just going to go with copy so they get all the content that's in the group, and save it. Gives you the option, as with any client, to send them an email with their login details or send them a message, or both. For now, I will not do either. And I'll close this down. Go back to the home page, and I'm going to type in the client. So it's example group challenge. Go. So as we come into their dashboard, they haven't got any programs yet because I didn't make any. Here's the assessments. And as you can see, that one is not live yet. Here's the coaching video. And the forms, PAR-Q informed consent form that I added to their accounts. There we can just view that. And here they can fill in their PAR-Q. Back to the client's dashboard. So that's the way it works. It can save you a huge amount of time. The emails will go automatically to their email address that you've put into the system. So as long as that's correct, it will all set up and go perfectly to any new clients or any old clients that you decide to add to the group. As a side note to this, whenever you put content into a group, in the apps, both iOS and the Android app, it will all show just under the client's dashboard. So be it your client's apps or your own apps, it will be shown under the client's name. The group will not appear. And that is how you save yourself a lot of time with coaching, through the use of groups. There are other uses of groups. You can actually completely 100% automate the entire process for a much lower priced automated program rather than personal training, but we will go through that at a later date.